Hi there, I'm back with Jandy Nelson's The Sky is Everywhere, book number 2 on my top 25 Teens Choice list from 2010. Sometimes I'll start a new book and just know I'm gonna love it. This was one of those, starting with a fantastic first paragraph that completely reeled me in. Graham is worried about me. It's not just because my sister Bailey died 4 weeks ago, or because my mother hasn't contacted me in 16 years, or even because suddenly all I think about is sex. She's worried about me because one of her houseplants has spots. There are tons of YA books where grief or the loss of a loved one is a major plot device. Maureen Johnson's The Keys to the Golden Firebird or Sarah Dessen's The Truth About Forever are two of my favorites. Like in those books, grief is a major catalyst for change, something which protagonist Lenny Walker, who's always lived in the shadow of her older sister, is majorly in need of. Lenny's a wonderfully vivid character with such a distinct and funny voice I was often laughing out loud. She's also the creator of my new favorite philosophical movement, mess-essentialism, for those who revel in the essential mess of life. But honestly, I loved every character in this book. From Lenny's artist grandmother who only paints green women, to her crazy mad scientist Uncle Big, to Toby, the skateboarding cowboy who's experiencing the loss as deeply as Lenny. But my favorite, hands down, was love interest Joe Fontaine. Much like Kent in Before I Fall, Joe is swoon-worthy for all the right reasons. Yes, he's gorgeous, but he's also kind and funny and respectful. He's a real breath of fresh air compared to the numerous examples of YA love interests that are total jerks, controlling, or downright evil, or sometimes all three. Joe and Lenny meet very cute in band practice, and I love this first description of him. He has scores of messy brown curls that flop every which way and eyelashes so spider-leg long and thick that when he blinks, he looks like he's batting his bright green eyes right at you. His face is more open than an open book, like a wall of graffiti, really. I realize I'm writing wow on my thigh with my finger, decide I better open my mouth and snap us out of this impromptu staring contest. I finished this book right after the Wall Street Journal article came out arguing that YA books are too dark. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a link below, but basically Maureen Johnson jumped right on it, and rightly so, got everyone all riled up, and then there was an amazing Twitter community that came together around the hashtag YASaves. It's worth a look. I've talked about censorship here before. Honestly, the author seemed so misinformed about the world of YA, she really seemed to think it was mostly just Twilight. I don't think she would have called out a book like this, but it really did get me thinking, because there honestly is quite a lot of darkness here. There are a few things more devastating than the premature loss of a loved one, but it's only when Lenny begins to move through that grief that she experiences how beautiful and rich and full of life the world can be. Is that a message we'd really want to keep hidden? I don't know. That article just really pissed me off. So far, we're 2 for 2. Next up, Becca Fitzpatrick's Crescendo.